Dude, gang rape is an insane thing, dude. I don't know, like raping is like what we've talked about, where it's like fucking rape's not something that could ever even come to my mind. It's such a fucking extremely evil and foreign concept that's just not in a normal fucking stable mind.
Yeah.
And that's one thing, dude. But then there's like, yo, dude, like you want to rape this bitch with like me, Jamal, Dante, and Jaquarius? It's like, fuck yeah, let's get this bitch with our niggas.
Yeah, dude.
Let's take turns on this bitch, like that episode in fucking Sons of Anarchy, dude, where they're taking turns on the fucking wife from Married with Children.
Yeah. Yeah, like all of us think it's a good idea. It's like, what?
And I saw that episode of Sons of Anarchy, dude. Fucking, the pussy doesn't stay wet for all the homies. Sorry to spoil it.
Yeah, that was an important part of the plot, dude. I can't believe you spoiled it. I was going to watch that show starting tonight.
She's clearly dried out pretty early on in that gang rape.
Oh, is it a gang rape in that show? Dude,
yeah, Katie Seagal gets gang raped in that show.
Oh.
By some Aryans.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, I thought it was gang bang.
Some Aryans send a message to the Sons of Anarchy by fucking kidnapping fucking the wife of the leader of the Sons of Anarchy and the mother of the vice president, and then they gang rape the shit out of her against a chain link fence that she's fucking handcuffed to.
Damn. I'm assuming that's when the show gets dark.
That's the point in the show where you got to pause and beat off and then come back to that episode.
Oh, gotcha. Look at it with a clear head, you know?
Yeah, dude. I hate when you're fucking, your balls are so full, dude. Like, fucking, you just can't focus on the narrative going along in the show.
Yeah, and your favorite.
You just got beat off so you can actually enjoy it. Yeah, dude. A gang rape, it's irresistible, dude. Speaking of fucking gang rape, in the fucking episode of Opie and Anthony that I was listening to this morning, it was like shortly before the first Obama election.
Uh-huh.
And they were just like talking about black-white shit, Patrice and Anthony and Jim Norton.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Jim Norton like brought up like the fucking, just like the hypocrisy with like race shit in the media. And then he brought up something that I didn't know, that like, I guess Michael Moore back then was like people need to understand that racism is not a thing. Like modern racism is purely like agenda-based narrative that's fueled by the media and powerful decision makers. Like you talk to a random black guy, a random white guy, like they aren't racist. They don't give a shit, dude. They don't look at people that way. But anyways, so like they were like talking though about how like the media does that, where it's like they'll cover it like if it's a white couple, but they don't cover if it's a black couple or whatever, you know, like those types of things.
Yeah.
And so like there's this fucking story that they talked about that was from 2007, where it's like, this is a story like you remember Scott and Lacey Peterson from when we were in elementary school, where that fucking guy in Northern California killed his wife and his pregnant wife and threw her in a lake.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, this is one where it's just like, oh, that's a crazy story. Like, you would think the news is sharing it, but this is something that you definitely never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shannon Gale Christian, and this is what's fucking this white trash bitch's name? Her name's Shannon. Okay, how is it spelt?
Shannon.
Channon.
Oh,
this
man.
fucking white garbage, dude.
Oh, jeez.
It makes you feel less bad for what I'm going to share ahead. So Shannon and Hugh, who she was 21, he was 23. They were dating and they were from Knoxville, Tennessee. They were kidnapped on the evening of January 6th, 2007, when Christian's vehicle was carjacked.
Mm-hmm.
The couple were then taken to a rental house, and both of them were raped, tortured, and murdered. And this rape and torture and murdered involved chopping the guy's dick off and feeding it to him, and gradually chopping her tits off, like bit by bit as they were raping her.
Jeez, man.
And so the people that committed this terrible crime, their names were, her first one's real hard to fucking pronounce. Latalvis, Darnell Cobbins,